Guys, let's have an honest chat about our girl Jen Aydin from Real Housewives of New Jersey. She was recently on Watch What Happens Live. Let's get into all of that. But before we do, subscribe if you haven't already. I cover all the good hot tea when it comes to our fave housewives, Bravo Loves, VPR cast, and some good pop culture tea. So, with that said, let's get into it. All right. So I think we were all a little bit surprised when Andy announced that Jen Aydin would be on Watch What Happens Live, considering how she is one of the most notable leakers when it comes to this cast, sharing screeners with these bloggers, these super fans, and whatnot. So he asked her head on about that stuff. Just seeing her engaging on the show with Andy, the co-host, how she answered the questions, how belligerent she was acting. It was quite telling. Now, if you watch my Real Housewives of New Jersey recaps, you will see me saying quite a few times, enjoy Jen Aydin this season because we will never see her again. We really won't. And I don't think we'll even see her for other NBC, competition shows or whatever. I really think after this season, she's just going to go on her merry way about continuing to be a true housewife, and it's in the essence of what a true housewife is, a beautiful home. Her husband has an amazing job. He provides for the kids, for her, the 16 bathrooms in Paramus. um she seems to have some help, maybe. I don't know. She does have 5 kids after all. And her primary job is to be the caretaker of her kids and her husband. And once in a while, she will stop by Aiden Plastic Surgery and, get a facial in the middle of the day as she's just dropped off the kids at school or whatever. She has that idealistic housewife life. She is the embodiment of what a housewife is. Now, with all that said, again, like I said, I think we were all a little bit surprised to see Jen Aydin, given that the proof is out there that she's been sending screeners and whatnot. But let's get into it. So her fashion, I was like, what is this look? So apparently she was taking inspo from Taylor Swift, and that's what her look was. Okay, Jen Aydin. Bill Aydin was there, part of the audience, front row to support her. So I'm glad he was there. However, the way Jen Aydin was speaking, when Andy would ask Gary Janetti a question, it's very obvious, Andy and his team, they have certain games for one of the guests, certain questioning rounds for one of the cast, or not one of the cast, one of the guests. And then, when that guest is answering, questions relevant to the show they're on, the book they're doing a book tour for, or, whatever it is, it's for that guest. And then the guest on the other seat, they usually stay quiet or they might chime in if it's necessary. Oh my God. In Jen Aydin's case, I don't know how many drinks she had prior to the show. I don't know if she was nervous or what it was. Every time Andy would ask Gary Janetti a question, um, Jen Aydin couldn't wait to get her 2 cents in there right after, Gary was finishing up whatever his answer was. So she definitely had a little too much to drink. And, we've seen this on Watch What Happens Live quite a few times. Yes, they Watch What Happens Live. It is known for providing drinks to people and, getting them a little loose. However, you don't have to drink. You could very well ask for, like a virgin mojito or a diet soda. You don't have to drink. But in her case, I'm thinking she probably had a little too much prior to the show. And then I'm assuming, during the show, she's also taking a couple sips. And that's like adding to it. And I'm just thinking, like, oh my God, I can't believe Bill Aydin is sitting there front row center and his wife is just like acting a fool. And when they are, at the Jersey Shore, they're having parties, Bill, he's been known to black out, pass out, act a fool. Jen's obviously been known to act a fool. So I feel like in that regard, they both have each other's back. But this is like live television, this show, people are going to watch it, not just in the States, but worldwide. And this to me is one of the last moments we are going to get of Jen Aydin on Bravo in connection to Real Housewives of New Jersey. I really thought, oh my God, Jen Aydin is coming on Watch What Happens Live. This could be a good moment, a good redemption moment for Jen Aydin. But no, the drunken mess, that was not cute. Now, I did find it a little funny when she was addressing the rumors about not taking Ozempic. She was like, I am not on Ozempic, but I am on Monjaro. So, that was good, comedic timing. Even Andy had a laugh, so that was cute. Andy did ask her head on about the, leaking the show, the content to bloggers and whatnot. And I thought Jen Aydin's answer was quite diplomatic, and she definitely changed tunes. Her answer was something to the extent how she's such a naive housewife. These bloggers are, just like super fans. They just want to know what's going on. They're just so interested into their lives, the show. Jen Aydin was just, being sweet and talking to the blogger. That is not what is going on here. And like Jen Aydin, come on, be so effing for real here. We know you've been colluding with like the bloggers, you and Teresa. Look, do housewives, chit chat with bloggers? My understanding is yes, they do. They might be sliding into the DMs, chit chatting. Oh, hey, this happened on the show. I don't know. Can you talk about it on your blog or whatever? I guess that does happen. And, maybe it's a way for them to sometimes get out what they want to say or their narrative, their version. Okay, sure. However, what Teresa and Jen Aydin apparently have been doing, according to these bloggers that have come out, they are going like a couple steps further. They're getting their lawyer involved. They're getting the court system involved. They're getting these bloggers involved to do dirty work, to spew out a narrative about, Melissa, Margaret, or really anyone that they don't like, to kind of change the outlook of fans via these massive pages that some of these bloggers have. This isn't Jen Aydin, oh, being naive. Yeah, I'm just talking to this blogger, she just wants to know what's going on. No, this is collusion, as if we're talking about like the election coming up in the States. It's just so funny to me how she tried to like, present it in the way that she did. And Andy was probably just like, that's not really what happened here, but okay, I'll take that answer. Like we got a live show here, we got to keep it cute. We got to keep it moving. Also one more thing, regarding the blogger, or not blogger, like one in particular, but just, a couple of them that they've been known to work with. I don't know about you guys. That's great that Melissa's Old Nose came out and, said all that she did. But there's like some other Jersey bloggers that I see day in, day out when I like go on my TikTok or whatever, talk about these New Jersey ladies. And it's just like constant like tea or like, oh, I got like the exclusive or whatever. And then you see some of these like Jersey bloggers take pictures with, Jen Aydin, Trey, and post them. So to me, that's like a little weird. So it's like, are you trying to out Jen Aydin, Trey, and whoever else, for your clicks, for your numbers or whatever? Or do you really like them? Like, I don't know. To me, it's like a little weird. Obviously there's my page. I just like to talk about, Bravo loves and whatever. And there's a ton of, platforms similar to this that are much bigger. And, it's like, hey, this is the scoop when it comes to our fave Bravo Lebs. But I think it's a little bit weird when you like go in, you talk shit about them day in, day out, and then you post pictures with them. And I was literally on Twitter yesterday, which by the way, guys, I joined Twitter recently. It is wow, what a world over there. And I don't even know what her handle is, but she is one of the few people that talk about, Jen Aydin, Teresa, and like the ladies of Jersey. And it's a picture that she released of her and Jen Aydin commenting on Jen Aydin's looks. And the people of Twitter spoke their mind. Instead of, talking ish about Jen Aydin, they called out this blogger like, hello, your makeup doesn't look great. Here you are with Jen Aydin, who actually looks great. And I think this was from Teresa's event at the church or whatever. They are calling out the blogger who's trying to call out Jen Aydin, if you guys are following me. Anyways, long story short, this blogger drama in New Jersey, it's getting out of hand. It's embarrassing for all parties involved. Let's move along. Now, Jen Aydin, I guess in the more recent episodes, we are seeing her, fraternize with some of the other women. She's a little bit friendlier to Melissa. However, even if Jen Aydin is friendly to Melissa, she cannot, she just can't help herself. She just has to like throw those jabs at Melissa regarding the fashion show, fashion with no original fashions. But anyway, she's there, being friendly with Jen Aydin, talking to Margaret. Obviously, Jen and Danielle at this point obviously are not on good terms. But Jen Aydin is seeing that Teresa doesn't have her back as she has Teresa's back. Like Jen Aydin is like, all or nothing. Like, we're in this together. We're friends. Like, I got your back. You got mine. That's how Jen Aydin sees this. But I think she's seeing the cracks between the friendship between her and Teresa. Look, Teresa only cares about her $2 million paycheck on Real Housewives of New Jersey, all the brand deals she does outside of that, and all the money she makes for her four daughters because, they're smart cookies. They're all going to, university. That's all Teresa cares about. Jen Aydin, guys, I'm telling you right now, if Jen Aydin gets, let's say we have a couple more seasons, not that it's going to happen, but let's just say we have a couple more seasons like this and like they come after Jen Aydin some more, Teresa's not going to do anything. Have we ever really seen Teresa emphatically stand up for Jen Aydin? Not really. And I think Jen Aydin is, starting to realize that. Anyways, moving on to Kathy Wakile. Now, Kathy Wakile was the guest on the Watch What Happens Live episode Jen Aydin was on. Guys, don't read into it too much. I do think this was just like a nice treat that Andy did for the fans and just to kind of hype up the drama between Melissa, Wakile, and basically, just to long story short, Melissa Gorga was on Jeff Lewis, and she talked about how the Gorgas wanted the plot of land that's kind of like diagonally across them, but has access to like a water view, and apparently they find out the buyer of that house is Kathy Wakile, and Melissa was like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to get back into the good graces and be friendly with the Wakiles. Now, Kathy Wakile didn't release a statement to a random blogger or a random podcast. She got the last word by going on Watch What Happens Live. It was Andy that asked her, and she, gave her answer. She basically said, look, she said something to the extent of Melissa Way, kind of like, making fun as if like Melissa, owns that street, that block, whatever. And then Kathy was like, look, I don't have her verbatim, but Kathy was basically like, the houses, the plots of land are big enough where even if you're kind of like on the same street, you don't really have to like pass by each other. So I thought that was like such an interesting comment, but that's her truth at the end of the day. And it doesn't seem like the Wakiles are in any rush to make up with the Gorgas or deal with the whole New Jersey housewives situation. I don't think we're going to see her back on the show. I don't think any of that is happening. I think we just have to take it for what it is. It was just a nice treat to see Kathy Wakile back on Bravo. Now, our girl Jen Aydin. Look, it is what it is. The last couple, oh my God, I think we only have like 2 episodes left. The last couple episodes left, and then I guess that one special that they're going to film at Rails that's not a reunion, but something of a reunion to appease the audience. That's the last of Jen Aydin we will see on Real Housewives of New Jersey and probably Bravo altogether. I find her, funny, comedic. She is interesting every time she's on our screens, but enjoy the last of Jen Aydin. It is what it is, guys. And yeah, let's end it right here. I have nothing else to say. I'm a little sad that that Real Housewives of New Jersey, how we know it, is going to end. But all good things must come to an end. And if these ladies don't want to have, proper discussions, it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I will catch you all later. Subscribe if you haven't already, and take care.